Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskins has been keeping a close eye on Hurricane Milton all day. He joins us now with the latest track and what we can expect to see, Bobby.
So we're going to be looking at a major hurricane, I think, making landfall here in the Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening time frame. There will probably not be school on Thursday, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Let's talk about those numbers. 90-mile-per-hour winds, as I showed you at the top of the show. So it's constantly been getting stronger throughout the day. And this latest forecast, I mean, the one at 5 o'clock gave us the 145-mile-per-hour winds. Now, at that time, they were thinking 120 at landfall. Now it looks more like 130. Not something we want to hear, but this again will likely change. And if I drew a line down the center there, that would be right over basically downtown Sarasota for the landfall. Again, that's going to change. It was Vamo earlier today. It was Tarpon Springs yesterday. Okay, so it's going to change, but that's where we're sitting at right now. It will come across the area as a major hurricane, weaken as it does so. We do not have watches or warning yet. Down there in Cancun has it right now. That's it. Top of the Yucatan. Probably by tomorrow morning, we will get hurricane watches. Everybody in our viewing area will likely get hurricane watches. Looks good on the radar out there in the satellite. You can see that there now. And again, it's over very warm water. In fact, it's going over even warmer water, the loop current, as it gets east of the Yucatan. And so that's a really good opportunity for it to get stronger. That Wednesday at 8 p.m., this is an automated graphic. I can't fix that. But that should say Tuesday at 8 p.m., not Wednesday at 8 a.m., but tropical storm force winds getting here by after sunset on Tuesday, okay? So that means you want all your preps ready to go. Now, this is the wind field. Look at the size of the yellow. That's about 200 miles. Now watch it as it gets closer to us. That's about 300 miles. The storm will get bigger. That yellow color is basically winds 39 to about 55 miles per hour. The orange is 58 to about 73 miles per hour. Look at this by Wednesday evening. Everybody from Cape Canaveral to Tampa to Citrus County to Highlands County, Sarasota, all seeing winds plus 60 miles per hour with higher gusts, at least 50s with higher gusts. There will be hurricane winds in there in the middle. It doesn't show up right there. We will have hurricane winds. If that track happens, Tampa will have them. Sarasota, Manatee, Polk County will have hurricane force winds. When Helene went by, it went up the coast. We kept the strongest winds offshore. That's not what's going to happen this time. The strongest winds are coming onshore. This is a storm that you board up for, all right? That blue you see at the top of your screen is wind shear. It's too far away to do any good right now, but as the storm gets closer, it looks like it wants to try and shear it. That's why it goes from 145 to 130 before landfall. At least that's the thought right now. No specifics on surge right now, but the numbers will be close to 10 foot, more than Helene. But the difference is we won't have it all the way up and down the coast. What you're looking at right here is essentially, if it takes that track right there, we'll have our highest surge down here. We would have less surge the further north you go. So it's where it makes landfall and points to the south that make the difference. Now look, there's quite a bit of words here, but really what I want you to know is that Helene paralleled our coast. We could get 10 foot of surge in a small area. Some will get less than that. But that, we don't know where that is yet. They evacuated level A in Helene. They are likely doing A and B for Milton. So that should tell you something right there. The wind, we didn't get that much wind damage from Helene. We will get wind damage and a lot of power outages from Milton. All right, with that in mind, let's talk a little bit more specific. Here's meteorologist Colleen Campbell.
Thanks, Bobby. All right, so we have a weather impact alert, and this is what you need to do when, again, we're expecting those impacts to begin Tuesday, late night, and then landfall likely on Wednesday. The impact would be tropical storm and hurricane force winds, and then we also have some surge, especially south of the center. What you can do now is stock up on those hurricane supplies. In fact, I have an entire list of things you can do now. Gas up. We had lines set up at the gas station. I had to get gas myself for the generators and for your cars. You also want to make sure you check that emergency kit. Make sure you have all those medications ready. Have a stock of money with you. Again, we talked about gas. Get that water. Charge all those devices. Have a backup charger in case you lose power after the storm. You got to think about after the storm too. Stock up on water. Make sure you put some water bottles in the refrigerator and the freezer, so that way, again, you have some stock after the storm passes. Protect your home and make sure you evacuate ASAP. We already already have evacuations in order starting tomorrow for Manatee County. That includes Zone A and B and all mobile homes for all these areas. Also mandatory evacuation for Pinellas and Pasco. Of course, we have these areas on our website, and we will continue to update you as we get more information.